Welcome, friends, to the Pixel Boss podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Monge.
Ivan Gomez, founder of Pixel Boss.
Pixel Boss podcast, an audio-visual experience where you will get to hear from individuals in the Web 2, 3, Web 10 community that have experience, that are leaders, and more so, this podcast to showcase the stories of people entering blockchain, arts, entertainment, and everything.
The idea of what we want to do is just have a conversation. There's going to be moments where we go really, really deep on a technical level, not clearly by me, but Daniel and our guests that are going to peel back a lot of these fundamental issues that are faced in Web3 that create a lot of friction. My personal journey in this is going to really go toe-to-toe on those issues, but from a more practical level of having those experiences created for everybody without having to understand the jargon.
Pixel Boss podcast, who is it backed by and what are the three elements of Pixel Boss?
So Pixel Boss has 4 key verticals. So the first one that I put together based on knowing that we need a really strong foundation was the committee. So the committee is made up of 15 individuals that I've known mostly for 10 years plus. And a few less, but fundamentally people that I really respect in their chosen field. And within that, it's a combination of Web 2, Web 3 people. And then from there is the private club. And the private club has been built based on, again, a proven record of people that join very sort of high-end golf clubs and private clubs, gentlemen's clubs, not for funny business, but for real business. You know, they go there to meet like-minded people and crunch deals. So I want to be able to create a safe space where people that are on their way up or happy up the top to collaborate and develop. It's a builder's world for the next 3 to 5 years, anyone that's playing in blockchain. And we want to be able to create those opportunities for our community and just work with people we love.
And Pixel Boss is made up of the law of reciprocity. The ethos of Pixel Boss is that you give and you receive, maybe not indirectly. Pixel Boss, who backs it? What are the 3 leaders that back it?
Yeah, but first to that point, like the idea is that when you're part, if you're a member of our club, it's in your right to ask for as much as you want. And it's up to the members to either go, hey, I vibe with you and I can help you, or I can't, but this person can. But to have that ability to network by having an open door policy to who's here and how they can help you is phenomenal. And the same applies in the reverse. You know, what can you do for someone else? And it's the art of giving is very often the things that reward you the most. Quite often, it's what yields the most relationships and commercial deals. So that there's no denying it. The club is here for us to do business. Now, the thing that's going to sit right next to the club is the agency. So the agency we're launching, no fanfare, no press release, no roadmap, no announcements. Just building. So we are a team of 3 founders. So Joseph, Mark, EMT, Department of the Future is my company. So Department of Future, we'll stick to our core, which is content. Joseph, Mark, digital and venture, legals, advisory, and a ridiculous roster of clients globally at EMT. And then we've got our 4th section to the agency, which is Pixel Boss Labs, and that's going to be our preferred supplier list for individuals and brands around the world that can help us deploy some pretty major campaigns.
And when you're walking into Pixel Boss, whether it be physically or digitally into the forum, what do you want individuals to experience?
Well, now you're going back to the club. So what I want people to experience when they come to our club, I want them to feel like they're at home, you know, and I've built my office that way. And that was not a COVID thing. It was a lifestyle choice. I did that way before lockdowns were a thing. I like the idea of being comfortable and therefore I want the majority of the space that we use to feel exactly like that. I just want people to feel comfortable that they can be themselves and share, and almost, I don't know, this is just me, but when I like someone, being vulnerable is not an issue. Only if I was vulnerable and felt that it was going to backfire, then you would clamp up and you would say nothing. And that's not the environment we're building.
And I feel the same. I mean, Pixel Boss is like a home. I can come in anytime I want, come in, give you a call anytime I want. Pixel Boss, you're one phone call away from absolutely anything.
Absolutely. And like again, go back to my founding partners with Trent and Ben, I've never met busier people. But seeing how they behave and others people like them, I've got a saying that busy people make time. So you learn to prioritize and you learn to do things where you're needed the most. So I'm the kind of person that will walk out of a meeting and take a call for someone. The other person will go, well, you're being rude, but I'll only do that if I'm stopping something big from happening. I'd rather continue that on its journey and excuse myself for 30 seconds. You don't always do that, but the ability to keep things moving is really, really important. And I think, if you did that in a meeting and then proceeded to ignore them or be rude, then you're pretty much an arsehole. But if you're literally just doing good work and progressing, then that's just good business.
And Pixel Boss guests that come on, what are you looking forward to most in talking about?
Well, when people come on our podcast, all I want is all of them. I want them to, to expose, their darkest, fucking toughest times. I want them to tell us about their best times. I don't think that we live in a world that's, the whole Insta world of everything looks perfect. I mean, I get it because I'm so good looking, but the jokes aside, life's not perfect. Yeah. And I hope that when guests come on, they're happy with being vulnerable. They're happy to feel like they're exposing something. The more real they are, I think the more I'm going to fall in love with their story, their journey, because I think that just makes it more genuine. And the last thing, I mean, the reason we put together the committee, the club and the agency, which is a lot of bloody work, it's taking, 20 people to this point, and we'll probably get to 40 people before we actually get to why this all begun. And that's the platform. The platform is, the reason it exists, and to this very second, there's nothing like it in the market. And even if there is something in the next 6 to 12 months in the market that's similar, it's not going to deflate my tires and our vision and our goals, because, it's no different to when a restaurant publishes their very exclusive meals that are, $300,000-$400,000 a dish. It's hard to replicate anything. And so, we'll start sharing the platform when the time's right. But ultimately, we are developing a marketplace that is a hybrid of e-commerce and social. And what's special about our platform is we're going to give a lot of people say it in Web3, community, but words are cheap. What's going to be really cool is when we can demonstrate within the ecosystem of our platform how they can be rewarded through fractional ownership of a project, through earnings of tokenomics that can be used into using in a real life with a proper asset. Anyway, more on that later, but that's the big audacious goal.
Pixel Boss, watch this space, watch us inject real world utility, physically, things that you can touch, experiences. Pixel Boss podcast.
Cool. So yeah, I guess good point then. So I'm not saying that at Pixel Boss we won't do a PFP project, but every project that we build for one of our businesses, projects or clients is going to be built first and foremost with an absolute monster utility platform. And what I mean by that, I don't see as being added to a whitelist or Discord or another drop or being on the metaverse for an exclusive. That to me, they're nice things. I don't see inherent value in all of those things for where this space is moving. If I'm selling you a sneaker in the metaverse, I want you to wear it or at least collect it in your home. If you are going to have the most delicious croissant on the planet, I want you to have had a taste. I want everything that we do to affect our real life first, and then have a digital experience second, or the other way around. But we want to make sure that things have a strong real life utility component, because the one thing I know is an absolute truth, and digital experiences are experiences, but real life experiences change your life. So I want to make sure that we create really strong real life experiences, and pair it back to physical products and as much as possible.
Sounds good.
That's all.
Looking forward to talking to all your friends. If you want to reach out, have any questions, reach out to myself, Ivan, or Pixel Boss. Chat soon, friends.
Cool.